What looks easy peasy lemon squeezy but is actually difficult lemon difficult. Apparently figuring out what the opposite of easy peasy lemon squeezy would be. Drawing something from memory, like a bird or something, in mind. Yep, that's a bird on paper, that's a bird. Maintaining friendships from high school, college after you graduate. People get so busy with work and starting their own families that friendships get put on the back burner. You stop talking to someone for a few months. Then it suddenly hits you that you're no longer friends with the person. Actually doing things. In theory it's simple. Just do the thing. In reality I procrastinate until I hate myself. Digging. Anytime it's shown in movies or TV it looks easy AF, but the second you have to grab the shovel and break dirt, blah. Beekeeping. You see videos of these old dudes in their veils and beekeeping suits and it makes it seem so relaxing and easy. Turns out that bees aren't so good at finding enough food on their own and they can get sick really easy, and in the winter they can mold. Have you ever seen moldy bees? Sometimes they're not even dead. It's still worth it though. Edit. Thank you so much fellow beekeepers. I didn't have time to answer a lot of the questions, and in looking through the questions I saw a wonderful, beautiful community bringing awareness and knowledge. Also, obligatory thank you for the gold. I'm glad my plight with bees has garnered so much attention, and I really appreciate the insightful knowledge that is being shared here. I use a wheelchair and people usually don't believe me when I say that getting around can be difficult, because many of them think that pushing a wheelchair is easy. They literally tell me this. The thing is, when you use a wheelchair all day and it is basically your only means of transportation, it looks more natural. This becomes a problem when I point out accessibility problems. They often don't believe me because they see how I can navigate and assume that it's easy, just because I make it look easy. Fuck you duvet covers. Fuck you hard. Edit. Holy crap, I thought it was just me that had lifelong problems with them. Rip inbox, and massive thanks for the gold and silver. Finding the person I always saw myself falling in love with. Flying remote-controlled helicopters. It looks so effortless when watching season flyers, but in reality it's like balancing a marble on an upturned bowl. Finding a career you'll want to go to every day that won't crush your soul. Remember when you were young and teachers told you that you could be whatever you wanted to be? Yeah, not so realistic when you want to pay bills and maybe have a little beer money too. I didn't go to college and struggle with the thought of not being able to have a lateral career move without a degree. But then I see my friends absolutely floundering with their student loan payments and think maybe I don't have it so bad after all. A basic physical exam at the doctor looks like a simple look at the throat, listen to the chest, yep, they have a heart all right. When in actuality doctors spend thousands of hours practicing it so that when you come in with a murmur or funny-looking kid syndrome, they can recognize it immediately. And yes, there are entire class sections on how to respectfully ask your patient to turn their head and cough as you push on their balls. They're looking for hernias. Writing a post or comment on Reddit that gets recognition. Folding fitted sheets. I've watched instructional videos that make it look so easy, but I always just end up with a crumpled up mess. And that's how it gets put away. Making lemonade. Sure, squeezing one lemon is easy peasy. But do you know how much juice that makes? Not a lot. Those CAPTCHA things on Google, I can honestly never read them and the website always thinks I'm a robot. Losing weight. Changing habits is hard. Writing a 250-word open-ended reflection where you're expected to be creative. All I want as a grad student is some goddamn structure and also a rubric. Street names. Everyone thinks it's great fun and likes to offer suggestions, but every tree, lake, and other natural feature has at least a dozen variations which you can't repeat for emergency service reasons. that and you get cities which want a street name change anytime the road changes direction, regardless of a logical breakpoint like an intersection. Natural makeup, more work than regular makeup. Being in your 20s. As a clueless kid, I thought by now I'd have everything figured out in my life on track. I'm still clueless, but now I also have depression. Whistling with your fingers. Committing suicide. Looks easy, but when the time comes, it can be very hard to commit to it. Then you spiral further down the rabbit hole thinking you're so shit you can't even kill yourself. True story edit. Christ on a bike. Didn't expect such a turnout. I'd like to thank those that gave and all of you sharing bits of yourselves. It's very sad to see so many in the same boat. A little worried it may capsize. Thank you Reddit. Hang in there. Not like that. Put the rope down. You've been great. Dancing. I wouldn't say it looks easy, but when I see people do it, they're so good at it and it flows so well it looks easy. But damn, I just cannot get my body to do anything more than a bop and maybe some stupid arm moves. I'm 25 and dance like a 50-year-old at a reunion. Dancers are so delicate and make it look so easy. It's honestly amazing. It's just hilarious when I try to do literally anything and fail horribly. Being an adult, they never had to do homework, could stay up late, eat what they wanted and had the money. I wish I was a naive kid again. Getting away with murder. Hanging out with friends during that. I'm not at school, but I'm still dependent on my family. Period. Where you have spare time but have no way of getting anywhere. Losing my virginity. Golf. I feel like most people think they can just grip it and rip it and don't take into account how hard it is to have a consistently good swing with solid contact. Playing the triangle. A lot of my non-musician friends joke about how easy it is to play it. Then they actually hold the damn thing and look stupid. Easy as pie. Pie is the most difficult thing I've ever made. Work. I'm a lawyer and had a client call saying she needs a help with a merger. But don't worry. It's super easy peasy lemon squeezy. That project took 6 months and I almost had a breakdown. She didn't understand why the bill was so high since it was so easy. Math. I swear to God pieces of my soul became trapped in math work and perished when I burned them at it. Oh my frickety frack you guys, this is my first award and most upvoted thing ever. Thank you so much. Socializing with people. I have severe social anxiety. And even small interactions with strangers. And even some people I have known for a while are really hard for me. I don't hate people or dislike being around them. But I'm just awful at keeping conversations going or initiating them. Outgoing people make it look very easy. For me it is not. Killing Enderman for Ender Pearls. Playing an instrument. Have played most percussion instruments. Trumpet, some baritone, and was first chair tuba, sousaphone for 4 years and difficulty varies based on instrument and physical attributes. Anytime I come up with a coding idea for how to transform dataset X into pretty visualization Y, oh that will be easy, I'll just put this into an array. Do this then do that and we'll be good to go. 6 hours later and I'm still dumping the raw objects to figure out what's going wrong. Selling panties online. I've seen a couple posts about how someone could exploit desperate dudes on Craigslist by buying women's panties, spritzing them with perfume, and then selling them online, where it's easy. Nowadays, buyers want to see photos of a real woman in the exact pair they'll be buying, or proof in the form of being Panty Trust certified. They'll want extras or special requests for their order. Plenty of fetishes to go around, and the vast majority of them will drop off the face of the earth when it comes time to actually pay. You'll have to sift through hundreds of responses to your ad, knowing most of them will be time wasters just trying to get a little dirty talk or some photos. My advice? Don't bother. Leave it to the cam girls who make some side cash off selling their panties. because there's always going to be someone willing to go a step further than you. And they will be the one to make the sale. Pretty much anything that a professional does, they make it look easy cause it's their job. Throw a football 65 yards accurately? PSSSH simple if you're an elite athlete. Cut open a chest cavity to fix a few coronary arteries. It's just another day at the office for a surgeon. Frame up a structural wall within a 2,000 square feet house? Just a bunch of wood and nails is all you need. Make crowded teeth perfectly aligned? Surely it's just a matter of wearing trays 1 through 55. Voila! It's all straight. In reality, each of these tasks takes someone who trained for years to visualize the problem, solve it, and execute it to the T. It looks easy, cause they practiced the hell out of it. Getting 50 karma to post my orange kitties on our cat sad face. Programming. It's like Lego sets. Anyone can follow the instructions and make the Millennium Falcon. But it's a whole different ballgame when you're given a pile of assorted blocks and someone says, okay, now, recreate the Taj Mahal, but the client wants it to look like Big Ben. It also needs to be able to interlock with the Sphinx, the Great Wall, the Eiffel Tower, and the Maojang Temple to create a super monument. Yes, I know the Maojang Temple hasn't been designed yet. Just make some good guesses. We can add parts to it once we know what we need. Rainbow Road on Mario Kart. I still don't think I've ever come first. Ugh. Coding. Watching tutorial. Oh, this is easy. Writing code. Where is the fucking missing semicolon? Where? Marriage. I think many people believe that they will be romantically in love with the person they are marrying. In many ways you do, but most with long successful marriages will tell you it takes work to make a marriage last a lifetime. That level of commitment is hard to maintain. The rewards are enormous and you'll never be closer to another human if you're doing it right. My wife and I just celebrated our 40th and we've known each other for more than 45 years. Planning on being together till end. Making an actual quality meme. Inside jokes are normally easy, and memes for content-specific subs is really easy. But making original content for a wider audience, memes for example, then it feels almost impossible to make content that will be widely liked. Diapering a baby, feeding a baby, getting a baby to sleep. Looks easy until you have 12 babies in your classroom that all need to be diapered, fed, and rocked to sleep in the next 15 minutes. Finding one of those shitty underpaid underrespected jobs that people can't wait to leave. Doing anything when you have depression. Being a server. I worked in many different front-of-the-house positions in restaurants and bars including GingieBunnie. Running cocktail programs, holy shit, without the bar to protect you from the herd. You're just hanging in the open trying to get a rhythm that will cover the most ground and give the most service. I've never made it a serving shift without forgetting to enter in an important part of an order. Bartending is all about managing interactions and throughput. Serving is about getting treated like your name is Boy and trying to balance the needs of your customers with the amount of them and the throughput of the kitchen that you do not have up to the minute information on.